the risk on an audit. So you're not using as much, basically, even though it's risk-free with the syrup pools. So, yeah, 1 second. Let me just mute the chat. What's this? Yeah, can everyone hear me? Right, cool. Yeah, so we're just reducing it to 50%, to same as what Frosted Flakes do. So we still make quite a lot of interest generated from that, and it will still generate the giveaways that we're doing. Giveaways will be within Telegram and within TikTok. TikTok started a promotion on the advertisement net, and let me just quickly check. The last time I checked, I was on 18k views. Let me just get my TikTok up. Yeah, 18.7k views so far on the last video. So every video I do from now on will be, that one you commented on, it's got 18.7k views now. So it does cost me money to advertise, but it's not major. It's nothing like YouTube, where it can cost me 40 quid in UK money, which is like $48 for 1 day on YouTube and everywhere else. So, and TikTok has millions and millions of people viewing it each and every day. So every time you scroll up and you get an advert and you like watching cryptocurrency stuff, it will show the ad for the fortune hunters because it's advertising crypto. So that's a major thing. Every day I'll be doing, it's only $6 as well, to advertise for a full day. So it's a massive difference, and you're gaining more traction from more and more people. And with 18k views in less than, an hour and 20 minutes, which is amazing. And we've still got the rest of the world to wake up yet, because different times of the world, different areas of the world. So yeah, we're still going with the same amount of pools. The other thing we are dropping is the plan 1 is still going to be a maximum of 50 BNB. Plan 2 is dropping to 45 BNB, and plan 3 is dropping to 40 BNB for max deposits. I know it's a bit of a cheat because it's enticing people if they're wanting to invest quite a large amount into plan 1. But please still do your own research. Yeah, there's only you that can make your decision on which plan you want to use. Everything has been simulated. Nelson's done a simulation, and also Z has also done a simulation. Both have been posted in group in the pinned messages, so you can go up and check the pinned messages. It's also on Medium. So please make sure you go over to Medium and make sure you give the article. Let me just make sure you give it some claps, because Nelson has spent a hell of a long time on that article. There is a part 2 to come out, but that's not yet. That's going to be coming out after the launch. What else have we got? We have everything going ahead with the syrup pools. Everything else is fine. With the fees, what the team's taking 3%. The syrup pools, instead of it going into the contracts like we usually do, we have decided that to make it even more less of a Ponzi for the miners, we are going to put that money into the syrup pools rather than the contract. So you're not just getting one boost, you're going to get a major amount of boost. It's going to be a continuously boost. So whereas say if there's say $100 in each one, you're only going to get $100 worth of cake. If it goes into the syrup pools and earns that interest, you're going to be earning the interest each and every week. And that is a continuous increase in the interest into the contract rather than just one payment. And this will go for the duration. We do have backup plans. Even if that drops, we have backup syrup pools, because there's Grizzly Finance. They've increased their rewards, so we can always swap in between pools. It's not a major thing. We do have backup plans. So it all in all, what we've worked out with the fees, we'll be using I can't say it's fees because it's not really fees. It's using money in the contract for rehypothecation. We only really need to earn 1% daily, because each and every day, once it's compounded, that 1% increases and increases and increases, even though you're still only getting 1%, but your balance has already increased from the day before because you've compounded that interest. So we only really need to earn 1% through duration of the whole contract. For however long it lasts, a year, 2 years, whatever. At some point, I will have to say, look, I'm removing the invest button because I want to plan something else. We are looking into different networks. What we're basically trying to do is we're proving that it will be and 0% Ponzi. We can do it within DeFi. And if you haven't noticed, there is a lot of projects now copying what fortune hunters are doing. They are using the fees to generate interest into putting its syrup pools and interest into the contract. We're making a name for ourselves. Unfortunately, we don't make a name like Soccer BUSD that can get 450k put into the contract and then rug the contract, even though they didn't have a major amount of marketing. What I'm doing at the moment is more marketing than they did altogether. It's just a name because they chose soccer and a lot of people like soccer, so they get into it. And maybe it's because it were a BUSD. I don't entirely know, but we can't really say that because a lot of the BUSD contracts just lately haven't had a major amount put in. The other good thing that is coming out also is I've been speaking with George, and as you're all aware, there was a part of the developers' fees going towards a project of George's, of his choice. And he has decided that it's going to be helping BUSD Machine version 3. It's still going to be a slow, steady increase in the balance, but there'll be no tokens generated from the deposit. It'll be funds directly deposited into the contract, which will generate even increase in the token price. There'll be no extra tokens being minted. It's just going to increase the price slightly each and every time there's a deposit into the contract. That will be sent directly to Lucio, and Lucio will then put it into the contract because he's the marketing team for the BUSD machine. So anyone that's invested in BUSD machine will be getting quite a bit of a bonus. So it's not just going to benefit fortune hunters, it's going to actually be benefiting the DeFi ecosystem as well. So that's a big, massive boost. We're also going to be looking for, at the bottom of the page on the Farmer Fortune website, you'll see there's advertisements for YouTube videos. So we'll be advertising the YouTube videos. We'll also be offering a advert, so people can place an advert on our site, and the fees will go towards the syrup pools, split between a lot of them. So we'll be advertising that as well. So people wanting to promote their projects and stuff. We can't guarantee them projects will be brilliant. We're not even saying to invest in them projects, but it's just to advertise it. Hopefully they're going to be people that are trusted developers like George. Obviously I won't be charging anything for George because he's part of the team. And say if, I don't know, Dino BUSD wants to do it and stuff like that, we'll be charging them a small fee to advertise for each and every week. Not be a great deal. We don't want a massive amount from it because it's about getting traffic into the website in the first place. And that's my next target, the traffic to the website. So we'll be doing a landing page that will be going on many different crypto sites that will lead straight to the Telegram and also the website. We are also building a website that will basically outline each and every project and what we've done, what we've achieved, what we haven't achieved yet, what's on the table to actually achieve, and like check mark it to make sure it's all done. we've got many things to come, and that's where we've had to do a little shake-up with the team. We are in the process of getting more people in the team. Can't disclose who they are at the moment, because we lost a few people off of the team, because we've just exited out of crypto altogether. And we need a team that's going to be there fully. And 3 people have come to us, and those 3 people are being spoke to at the moment, which is the 3 people that we lost, which makes up the full team. In the future, yes, we will be looking for more people within the team, be for basically marketing and stuff like that. What else have we got? We've got YouTube ads going up, which is quite expensive. But what I found with YouTube, I'm getting more views through TikTok than what I'm getting through YouTube, because TikTok's algorithm is totally different to what YouTube's is. Basically, every single person has to watch the entire video of my YouTube video before the algorithm says, yeah, this is a good enough video to show every other person that searches crypto or passive income or DeFi. Yeah, TikTok is a huge platform, and if you never noticed, I think there's somebody following what I do, because the actual Fortune Hunter's name got stolen for another project. Not the actual Fortune Hunters, but something of Fortunes, for the name of their token. And they've also now decided they're going for TikTok ads after I'd already started the TikTok ads. So somebody is watching platform, which is a big influence, but I'd have preferred them to actually be involved with us and to help us out. We have attempted before, and we got basically just ignored. So we are going places. We are making a name to ourselves, and good developers are starting to copy what we're doing. The thing I didn't want to do was to make the Farmer Fortune contract verified. But after recent events, we've decided that as a team as a whole, we are going to make it verified. But what we would be advising is anyone that tries to fork the Farmer Fortune, we would not be advising to get invested in. For the simple fact is the fact that they can take 50% of the contract initially straight away, without investing it into anything. That could go straight into their pockets and then just leave the rest of the 50%, and they've took half of your money. So please be careful what you're investing in. That's one major thing that you've got to be doing at the moment. There's a lot of projects coming out at the moment, and yeah, they pass the audits, but as we've seen, a lot of things are passing audits, but then they change the UI. The UI is a different issue. UI you can change so that it changes it with, like the Age of Fortune. I did warn you all, quite a few AMAs, and also posted it in the group not to invest in the Age of Fortune, Age of Mining, sorry, because the developer was doing dodgy stuff, and I caught the contract. And as you've seen on one of my videos, I actually collared the dev about it because he was wanting to debug through the UI, and it doesn't do the debugging through UI. You shouldn't be doing that. You should be going through the contract, not the UI. So basically, when it was debugging through the UI, you was approving everything. So if you was invested in Age of Mining, please make sure you go to app.unrect.net and make sure you authorize anything to do with Age of Mining. For the simple fact is they can take everything out your wallet because you've approved it, and you could be with nothing. But I did warn. Yeah, cheers. So yeah, and please just keep an eye on that, because there's many things you might just click on just a normal link and it could automatically approve. So please make sure you do go to that website and bookmark it. The team wallet, we won't call it a team wallet. We'll call it a project wallet. We will be doing advertisements with the project wallet. And if you decide that you are going to use the project wallet to actually jump into the platform or farm a fortune, this will help not only the project, it will help the project's previous. So if you use the project's referral link, the referral link will then generate the 2% of each and every deposit. And the 2% will be 1% will be directly deposited back into the contract. That will not even go anywhere. The other 1% will be split into the syrup pools of the other 3 projects, which is USDT Cashflow, Cake Fortune, and Elk of Fortune. We have got quite a few plans to go in the future for Cake Fortune Elk token. So what I will be advising is please do not sell your Elk token. I've got some huge news coming up. Not yet. We're going to wait until after the launch, at least a month and a half after the launch, before we do any updates in the future. I've been in close talks with Nelson. He has got amazing ideas, and he's come up with something that would benefit the whole ecosystem. Not only the ecosystem, for the future plans we had already in place. So that is going to benefit a lot. So even though Nelson does the medium, that wasn't the main reason why we chose Nelson. Nelson has ideas, and them ideas are absolutely amazing. The hardest part is getting them ideas down on paper, down into a UI, down into a contract. Now that's where we as an ecosystem can help Nelson to do that. And then we can help Nelson to do anything else he wants to do in the future and everything else. So we are going to help build his ideas into a platform and see how that platform goes. We will be looking for a new developer at that time, but it's not going to be anytime soon. That's the plans, what we was going to go for in February, March time next year. So you've got the Tomb Fork that we was planning in February, March. What I am going to be doing is I'm going to be talking to another close YouTuber who is in close talks and a close friend of Harry Yu from Tomb Finance. We will make it so that it'll be a Tomb Fork that doesn't just benefit ours. We could integrate it into the Tomb network, not Tomb network, but integrated it into Tomb Finance, so that we give them a portion of so much fees, like 1% fees or whatever it is, so they can actually increase their TVL and their treasury, and probably buy some tokens so they can get it back up to peg. And then them help us with the UI, because the Tomb Fork UI is quite technical, and we could actually be in close talks with them and get this up and running. Now that would mean that we'd be having the whole Tomb approval if it works. I'm not saying it will, and this is only a route that we could be going down, and I've got plenty of time from now until February, March time next year to get that in place. But there is going to be something come out just before that. That's going to benefit the liquidity and everything else. So that's for the future. We're going to go further down the future and do the roadmap on a new white paper. It's going to be on GitHub, and yeah, it's getting better and better. We've got ideas. Like I say, I got ideas, but I needed a team behind me. Nelson's got absolutely amazing ideas, and it's just the UIs and everything else to get it all out and about, and that's where we're going to be helping him. So most of the things that come out in the future will be thanks to Nelson's ideas, not just mine. So each one of our team has different, what do you call it? We have different meanings to the project. So you got like myself and Zamba, we're YouTubers, and I do the AMAs. There's another person that's going to be coming in that will do AMAs when I'm not available. Hopefully, fingers crossed. And there's maybe another YouTuber coming in the team. So we're going through that in the Fortune Hunters team talk. We'll let you know as soon as there's any updates or anything like that. But Fortune Hunters is going to go places, and there's going to be FUD. There's going to be a lot of FUD. There may be more videos come out about us. Just ignore them. Like I said in my last video, what I did about that was, it was my last video about it. I'm not going to waste any more time on it. It's just a waste of my time, Fortune Hunters' time, and my family's time. What happened was, anyone that went on my profile could see my phone number. Like an idiot, I didn't hide it from anybody. I thought being doxxed was a good thing. Being open and honest with everyone was a good thing. And I'm still going to be open and honest with everyone. I'm not going to change the way I am. That's the way I am. But I ain't going to go to KYC. That's one thing I'm not going to do, because KYC, you have to give your address and everything else. We are moving. We're moving in about a month's time, so not anytime soon. But that's just to give my family peace of mind, not for me. It doesn't bother me one bit. None of the phone calls and text messages was from the UK, so I've got nothing to worry about there. So anyway, we're looking forward to the future, and Z is another amazing guy. He's going through the simulation with Nelson, so yeah, if we need any questions, anything about the simulation, please feel free to ask Z and Nelson, and I'm pretty sure they go over it with you. If not, I'm happy to go over it with you as well. Cheers, okay. Seems weird saying okay. But yeah, thanks for joining. Much appreciated you joining the channel. Please note that everything within the website, within the whole ecosystem, is never going to be too late to join in. The reason why we said we was changing the buybacks from going into the contract to the syrup pools is because we're going to get that 0% Ponzi, and we're going to get it a lot quicker by doing it this way. And this is why we've said doing it the interest way, because we're going to increase it each and every day. Every day it gets compounded, and interest incurs even more each and every single day. And as you can all are aware, it's $140, $140 to $141 each and every single day, week, sorry. So that's at the moment. And all we need is $270 for cake and $280 for elk. Unless elk token increases, then it's going to be less. But yeah, if you are invested in any of them, please make sure you save your tokens. Please feel free. Don't just, yeah, your cake's not a major thing. That's going to be around for a long time. Elk, if we don't get it to the 0% Ponzi before the tokens run out, which I can't see it not, because there's 18,000 still in the contract. So it's only gone down $80 within a week so far. So that's a major thing. That's just shows you there just exactly how good the project is doing. We're not on a losing streak. We were only dropped that much because we didn't have that much to start off with within the syrup pools. It was earning the interest. 1 second, let me see this. Yeah, we'll leave that for a little bit, Nelson. So let's just go in here. Yeah, we are going to be changing the shape of DeFi. And not only us, there's every other project that's coming out just lately is doing the same thing. So it's making a big difference. People are seeing just how much the interest can incur. And that's what they're doing now. The smart cash contract is doing the exact same thing. Unfortunately, it's only about 3% going into the syrup pools, but it's at that 3% it's going to boost after a while. And what are we at now in the contract there? The contract balance is 35k. So that's only 10% is what the deposit fee is, and then marketing and everything else. So there's 3% left for the syrup pools. So that's still what 3,500. So it's about $700 so far. So that's a good amount. I've just got another $13 to compound. And that's another thing is any project now that I promote, it will be trusted devs. I'm going to be concentrating more on fortune hunters and any project that close trusted devs will be bringing out. So that's what my priority is at the moment. And any interest that incurs from any of them projects, like Smart Cash, there's $115 in compounds. So anything I get over my initial stake of $223, I will take the 223 out. That goes back into my wallet. Anything over will be split between the syrup pools. Like I say, I do want to push to get these syrup pools back to 0% and to continuously have yeah, so everything's still the same in that, except for the where is it? No, I think everything's the same in that. Yeah, everything on that is still the same, Aris. Yeah, so the only changes was, it's not major things. It's we had the fee, the rehypothecation system as 55% of the contract. The advice from Art was to reduce it to 50%, be the same as Frosted Flakes. This still is not, it well and truly covers everything that we need. The extra 5%, all that we're going to do was the interest from that 5% was going to be for giveaways. There will still be interest for giveaways within the community. So active members, be different ways of giveaways, like commenting on TikTok videos and stuff like that. There will be many, many different giveaways that we'll be doing. Max deposits, yeah, plan 2 and 3 are lower. So from 50 BNB, what there was before, the plan 2 is now 45 and the plan 3 is now maximum of 40. So yeah, that's all that's changed within the platform. Not a major thing. The other update was if you remember from the first AMA we did when we was going to launch the Farm of Fortune, what was going to be Monday just gone, we announced that there'd be so much of the buyback fee would be towards one of George's projects, because we've forked one of George's projects. So we're basically giving him a payment back to say thank you for letting me fork something that could have gone nasty over me with. It never would, but it's our way of appreciation. So our way of appreciation is George has decided that the contract he would like the payments to go into would be to help BUSD Machine version 3. So the buyback, it is roughly 0.45% to each project. So you can have 0.45 to cake syrup pools, elk syrup pools, and USDT syrup pools, which will be transferred to Zamba to be able to do that for the syrup pools there. So I know Zamba's using stable fund, where we'll be getting 1.5% a day within the syrup pool there. The other 0.45% is going into BUSD Machine's contract. No tokens will be minted, so it doesn't increase the amount of tokens that's going to be shared out. It's basically, it's going to be directly deposited into the contract, so you'll see an increase in the contract balance, but the amount of tokens will be staying the same, which will therefore increase the amount of value per token, rather than increasing the token amount as well, which will then make it a little bit more parabolic if we actually deposit it into the contract. We don't want to do that. We don't want to harm the project. We want the project to carry on the way it is. It's slow and steady, and that's the way all projects in DeFi was supposed to always be. It wasn't meant to be get rich tomorrow. Nothing in crypto is ever get rich tomorrow. That's the one thing everyone should remember. No matter if someone turns around and says this coin is a brand new coin, it's going to pump. It may pump. It's going to pump for that day. And if you are asleep when that dump happens, you've lost out, and you've lost out a lot. I've been burned many a times doing that. I've said, yeah, I'll leave it an extra day. I should have sold and could have made like $20,000 off of $1,000 token investment, sorry. And I ended up losing in total about $400. So there's some major losses you happen, and yeah, influencers don't like showing their losses. I don't mind saying what losses I've had because I like people to learn from the mistakes, and I've learned from my mistakes, and I'm also trying to learn others about the mistakes I've made, so that you don't follow in the same routes. And that's why I say in my videos, don't think of it as you're getting in today, withdraw everything tomorrow, because it's not meant to be that way. No project is, and that's why we've done the farm with, however, the percentage of only being 1.5% and 2%, because we know that's sustainable. We know that is doable with interest on top. If we did a farm with, say, 10-20% a day, we'd probably get $1 million invested, but it would be a Ponzi. There's no doubt about it. It would be definitely the last like 20 people in wouldn't get anything back out. And we're not about that. Fortune Hunters is not about that at all. We're about giving back to the community. And that's what we've done from Cake of Fortune from day one. Like I say, in total, we've put over 1K in Cake alone into the contract. There was a lot of FUD that there was only 6K left in the contract. But if everyone remembers back from day one, we only ever had 8K into the contract. The tokens was, I think it was $3 or $2.85. So if anything, everyone's made an interest within when they joined Cake of Fortune, because the token price is basically increased by $1. So, well, $1 to $2. $1.50, I think it is. It's increased. So you've made an interest there just by joining Cake of Fortune. We worked it out at 93.26% of people who has joined Cake of Fortune has already ROI'd. And as you can see, there's well over let me get the contract up. 1.3K cake still in the contract. That's for everyone that still hasn't ROI'd. But I can tell you now, the ones that haven't ROI'd are mainly the team members and one or two other members. So we're getting there. We are getting there. I just want it to get so that there's more interest coming into the contract than being took out each week. That way we can say it's a passive income play. It is definitely a passive income play because everyone's earning a passive income off of it. Then we've got the Elk of Fortune going to be doing the same. Yeah, it's not an expensive token, 22 cents, 21 cents, I think it is. And we've lowered the deposit to 180 Elk to try and entice more people to join. But people don't understand Elk token. So we'll be doing a few more videos within Elk to explain what Elk's all about, what they plan on the future, why it would be worthwhile holding the token, even if you're withdrawing out of the contract for future plans. So you all heard the future plans of the Toon Fork. Well, you know, there's Genesis pools. There's nothing saying we're not going to have an Elk Genesis pool. So that's one reason why I'm saying hold your tokens. And there'll be other reasons why you need to hold tokens. And there's a few plans coming up. And these plans are absolutely amazing and huge. And you don't want to miss them. And if we don't get more members joining the Telegram, it is not a major thing. Just give me 1 second. Right. Yeah, so it's not a major thing because the interest is going to be for you as investors. And people say, well, you never got any whales, you didn't get any big investors from Cake of Fortune. Now, we did get one whale that joined Cake of Fortune, and they invested alone over 2,000 cake on their own. But we didn't want a whale. I know it sounds a bit weird for a project not to want a whale, because we want a community that understands, that will work together. And that is one thing I'm absolutely proud of with this community. Everyone pulls together, everyone works together, and everyone is absolutely boosting off of each other. And I couldn't wish for a prouder community. You go into many groups and you don't get a community like what we've got, where everyone is on the same boat. Everyone. I'm back. Yeah, I'm back. My internet's gone on now, so give me 1 second to find what's going on. I reckon kids want to pull one of the wires out. Trust it to be my internet updating. Can you all hear me? Yeah, cheers. What a time for my internet box to update. We've just changed from another company because the last one were charging us 100 quid in UK money. And we're getting basically nothing. We're like download speeds of 35 megabytes, and it's nothing that whatsoever. And this one's only 40 quid, but because we've only joined it yesterday, they're doing random updates all the time. Right, I'm back online. Let me just get back on my PC. Hello, can you all hear me? Right, yeah, so I'm back on PC now. Yeah, so Fortune Hunters is going to go places. I don't know if there's any questions from anyone. I do see some new users. So if you have any questions, please feel free. You don't have to chat in voice. You can type your questions up. That's not an issue. We do understand people don't always like to get in voice chat. Yeah, so let's say we have got the Farmer Fortune launching on Monday. Can't wait for the launch. We'll do it roughly 12 hours later. We'll start it straight away into the syrup pools. We'll give screenshots of everything what's going in, so you know what's going in. And every week you'll get a screenshot showing exactly how much interest. No, we've stress tested to the point of basically a whale coming in and doing 25 wallets with 50 BNB in it. So it's not a major thing. The more people who invest, the more money we've got to go on interest, which means there's going to be even more interest each and every day, which is then compounded, earning even more interest each and every day. So, and then I've had messages with people, well, would you rather people get into the 200 days or the 150 days or the 90 days? Not an issue. It's entirely your choices. If you are worried about what you're investing in, please just go into the 90 days. And then after 90 days, have a look at the contract balance, see exactly what's left. Ask away how many people are still invested, how many people are invested in plan 2, and how many people are invested in plan 1. Then play your journey there. See how much is left in the syrup pools and how much it's earning each and every single day. And that way it's not an issue. Not an issue at all. Like I say, we can earn between 2.1 and 2.3% per day, which, like I say, is then earning interest, which we compound. And every time we compound, it's going to be earning 2.1% on whatever we compound. So it's not a major thing. We're going to be a lot better off with as many people joining as possible. But like I say, even if it's just the ones that are joining from Cake Fortune, Alka Fortune, everyone who uses is going to be benefiting up to 400% ROI. But I'm not saying definitely get into the 200 days. Do your own evaluation, your own risk. I'm not one to tell you to basically say, trust me. I want you to find out for yourself that you can trust me as a dev. So that way I'm saying, join into the plan, the 90-day plan, the plan 3. You'll be able to see exactly what's left. Then you can ask all your questions and see exactly where we're going. It's not, and then you can make another deposit. That's not a major thing. So let's go back to this. Yeah. But please don't take a loan out. Do not take a loan out. I've never advised anyone to take a loan out or interest. No, it's not. It's not a problem with 200 days. After the 200 days, we worked it out on average, but that doesn't include the 0.000000. We're just basing it on a 1.2, 1.1, 1.3. We don't add the extra zeros. There'd be roughly about 40 BNB left in the contract, which we cannot touch. Yeah, don't sell your kidney. I could do one. I have kidney stones. So yeah, there's going to be plenty left. It's not a major thing. You're going to see it on the 90 days. We'll tell you exactly what's generated interest from the 90-day plan. And then we'll do the same with the 150-day plan. And then we'll do the same with the 200-day plan, so you know exactly how much interest has occurred in total. And then we'll also what we'll do is when we get to the 90-day plan, we'll probably do a giveaway then, a small giveaway. So we worked out roughly about 18 BNB for 100 BNB invested into the pools. So with 18 BNB left in the contract, that's after interest and after referrals and everything else, the 18 BNB, we could invest 15 BNB and put 3 BNB as a giveaway. But no matter if it's a giveaway or going back into the contract, it will be for the investors, not for any part of the team. No part of the team is going to be taking anything from that because it is the contract's money. I hope that makes sense. So no matter what, even if you only invest 0.1 BNB, you could still win, say 0.5 BNB if we do like 8 giveaways at 0.5 or 6 big giveaways, at 0.5 BNB. You could be one of them winners. And for your 0.1 BNB invested, you basically gained an extra 0.4 plus all your interest. And this will be on a constant basis. So you're going to have the 90 days, then the 150, but then you're going to have 40 days after another 90-day plans worth. So like I say, when the 90-day plan's over, people are going to start joining back up to get into the 90-day again. And that 90-day will then go over the 150. So you're going to have another 40 days after, which will be another giveaway. And then you've got the 200 days, which is 10 days after for another giveaway. No worries, Bruno. Lowering the minimum would not benefit you. Even after 5 days of accruing the interest would probably be more fees than actually withdrawing. So that's why we've stuck it at 0.1 BNB. I think it's 0.1. 0.2 BNB, sorry. In fact, let me just check what BNB. I can actually lower that. I can put all plans at 0.1 BNB if need be. But just be aware, if I do lower it, it may be more in fees than what you're withdrawing. So as long as you're aware of that, then that's entirely your choice. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of small investors don't understand it, and then they'll say, well, wait a minute, my fees are more than what I've invested, and it's around $50. So it's basically the normal amount for all projects that are going at the moment, because everything at the moment is minimum of 50 BUSD. So after the 200 days, whatever you've compounded up to them 200 days will still be running. So what I would suggest is when you're compounding, calculate the 5 days to 7 days cool-off time, because when you get to 200 days, you might only have 2 days of accumulation left. So what you would want to do then is to leave it that extra 2 days and then withdraw. So then you're withdrawing your whole, whatever you've got left in your 200-day plan, plus 2 of your others that are ending 2 days later if you're compounding daily. And I say compounding because it's different. We've removed the compound feature, but the simple fact is basically you can generate more than we can earn interest by doing it through the UI. By withdrawing and then reinvesting gives us that extra 50% from your investment when you've reinvested, which will generate that extra income that we needed to get to be able to keep this contract going forever. as you can understand, Nelson's gone over it like a million times in his head. Yeah, he knows more than what I do at the moment, and I'm the one that's built it. And also, that extra, if you're using the project wallet for the referral to jump in the project, what you got to think of, that's going to be earning interest as well. So that's going to boost the interest back in as well into the contract. We are also doing a team deposit where we'll be depositing one BNB through the team wallet, and then we'll take out that one BNB, and then any interest incurred will go into the syrup pools. And we'll keep doing that each and every time of the contract ending for that team wallet. So each and every time it's going to be building the syrup pools at the same time. Yeah, I'm going to get off at AMA. It's been nearly an hour, and people get bored of listening to an AMA as well. So if there's no other questions, I am going to end the AMA. Thanks everyone for joining. It's been amazing. And thanks all new people that have joined as well. Because it's not like any other DeFi project. I know a lot of devs have turned around and said, this is the one to be, this is the one to be, it's going to be different, and it's going to be the longevity of the product platform. But the only proof I can tell you is you look at Cake of Fortune, and for an 8K investment on day one, well, the first week, for 6 months later, we've still got 6K in the contract. That shows you exactly what we're capable of. What we've got planned for the future, making it a 0% miner. It will take time to get it. Cake of Fortune, if I'd have launched something beforehand, it wasn't my first project. If it wasn't my first project, because Cake of Fortune was my first project, I'd have known a bit more. So I'd have been increased them fees a little bit, so I could have generated more interest, and it would have been a 0% Ponzi well before now. But now I'm trying to boost it up a little bit quicker and get it to that point, ready for all of you to earn an absolute passive income. And it basically generates a staking platform, but with a miner UI. The only difference is it's not going to be like a yield farm. It's going to be classed kind of as a yield farm, but not as a yield farm, because a yield farm you can withdraw your stake, whereas the miner you can't. The same with the farm, you can't. That is one thing that we may be doing in the future. We may go into yield farms, where it's going to generate enough interest where you can earn a passive income just by you holding your funds in there, earning a daily passive income there. Instead of it just being sat in your MetaMask wallet, you can just chuck it in there and just hold it there while we earn interest for use as well. So that's one thing we could be looking for in future as well. But there'll be something generated into that, so you'd need something to get into that platform. I'm not going to go into it too much, but Nelson knows what I'm on about. But yeah, we'll go over that another day. But if there is any more questions, please feel free to ask. Put your hand up, or you can ask in the chat, and we're happy to answer. If not, I am going to end the AMA. I've still got a lot of things to do yet with the platform and with the marketing and stuff. Like I say, there's 5 days now. 5 days and 2 hours. Yeah. So anyway, right, I am going to end the AMA. Don't seem to be any more questions. So thanks every single. Has any other admin got anything to say? They want to say anything? Please feel free. Yeah, so yeah, no worries. Next time it might be an AMA from somebody else, but I'll still be there. But I'm going to be talking to that person at some point today before we get that done. And then I'll be talking to the other person we're on about and the other person as well. So, yeah, you'll see a list. What we'll do is we'll do a cover list, so you'll see the names of all the team members. So you'll know exactly who's on the team, you can contact and everything else. We are in the process of getting ourselves recognized, with the little notification next to our names with the star or whatever we want to have next to our names when we upgrade to Telegram. I'll try and do that for all the team that haven't actually already got it yet. Because there's going to be a lot of scammers out there when this launches. So please be aware of that. I will never, ever come to you and ask for money, and neither will anyone in the team. Although we've had no money from any of the projects previous to this, we still never came to any of the team, and we had a lot of the team, the whole community turning around and saying, let us donate something to a wallet and you can use that to help with marketing. And we said, no, we don't want it. We're not, that's not about fortune hunters. So just be aware, we will never ever send you a private message unless it's part of the team. Then we'll tag you in the chat and say we've sent you a message. Please check when you've got a bit of time. But other than that, we'll never ever DM you. Never. So stay safe. Make sure you buy a ledger. Highly advise. I've now got 2 ledgers. So even though I have one for one project and I use another one for another project that I've got a lot of funds in. So it's well worth it because you never know what might happen. And crypto is a very dangerous thing. Yeah, never, ever, ever give your seed phrase out. And also on your settings, make sure you have got your notifications where it says media downloads and media play. Make sure they are all turned off. There is that scam going about again, where you watch the video and it hacks your computer. It sends a bug into your computer. So it's going around again. So please be aware that that is going around. All it takes is for you to watch that video. And supposedly it's a funny video. I've never seen it and I don't want to see it. But as soon as you click on it, it will send a bug to your computer and start hacking your wallets and everything else. Which YouTuber were it that got hacked? Ray from Drip. He did it. He watched it, and they ended up hacking his YouTube. So it's a bad thing. You got to be careful what you're watching. So take care, everyone. Remember, security within crypto is a major thing because it is not real. Remember that. It is online only. You don't get it in your hand. You don't get it in your bank until you withdraw it into your bank. It's not really yours. So be careful with it. Treat it as if you're on a job. That's how I do. Yeah. Yeah. So security is the main thing. Anyway, thanks everyone. I am going to end the AMA because I'll just keep rabbiting on otherwise. Take care, everyone. Thanks for joining. I'll see you in the next AMA, which I'm going to be doing on Sunday before the launch. It will be before Furios, so probably about 5-6 o'clock UTC time. So before Furios, because I don't want to miss Furios. It's absolutely amazing. It's funny. You have a right laugh. So yeah, we'll be doing a pre-launch AMA then. Make sure everything's up and running and let you know if you can approve, because yeah, you'll be able to approve a day before. So there's no messing about at the launch. No rush to get in because it's a farm and it's going to be a farm that lasts forever. So take care. Happy hunting. Be strong.